Hello friends, today we are going to discuss a topic which is a backbone of the work of an HSE professional and a very important aspect of hazard identification and risk assessment process. The topic is understanding the diverse world of workplace hazard, or in a simple word, the types of hazard in the workplace. Hello everyone, I am Brijesh Kumar and welcome back to my channel HSE Universe. By knowing the various types of hazard, you will be equipped to anticipate, prevent, and mitigate potential harms and risks at the workplace. This knowledge is not just a power, but it is the foundation upon which you will build a safer workplace. If you are wondering about the difference between hazard, harm, and risk, you should watch part 1 of this video. The link is in the description. So what type of hazards are there? Workplace hazards falls mainly 6 core types, that is biological, chemical, ergonomics, physical, psychological, and safety hazards. Let's dive into these type of hazards, their meaning and examples through this presentation. Number 1, biological hazard, or commonly known as biohazard. The definition is any biological substance that could cause harm to humans. Biohazards are associated with working with animals, people, or infectious plant materials. Examples of biological or biohazards: blood and other body fluids, fungi or mold, bacteria and viruses, insects, plants or poisonous plants, birds and animal feces, and human feces, etc. are the examples of biohazard. Number 2, chemical hazard. A chemical hazard is a chemical substance, regardless of its form, that could potentially cause harm to the human body or even cause loss of life. Chemical hazard in the workplace can come from any and a number of sources. This includes cleaning agent, raw material, and solvents. Whoever is working with them can inhale, ingest, or come into contact with dangerous chemicals through the skin. This is a very descriptive subject, and we will cover this in another video in detail. Let's see some examples of chemical hazards. Liquids like cleaning products, paint, acid, solvent, etc. Vapors and fumes. Gases like acetylene, propane, carbon monoxide, helium, etc. Whatever you use in the workplace. Flammable materials like gasoline, explosive chemicals or materials, pesticides, etc. Number 3, which is ergonomic hazard. What is an ergonomic hazard? This occurs when the type of work, body position, and working conditions put strain on your body. They are the hardest to spot, since you don't always immediately notice the strain on your body or the harm that these hazard poses. Let's see some examples of ergonomic hazard. They are repetitive movements, heavy manual lifting, prolonged postures, repetitive actions, having to use too much force, last but not the least, improperly adjusted chairs or workstations, etc. Now let's move to the 4th category, which is a physical hazard. Physical hazards are the factors within the environment that can harm the body without necessarily touching it. Don't get confused with its name. Physical hazards are not always something that you can see or touch and might be the least obvious in the workplace. Let's see some of the examples of the physical hazards. They are radiation, high exposure to sunlight or ultraviolet rays, magnetic fields, pressures extreme, maybe high pressure, vacuum, etc. Constant loud noise is another physical hazard. Lighting, this is another physical hazard. It could be poor lighting at workplace or too much lighting or glare lighting. Now let's move to the fifth category, which is a psychological hazard, or it also called work organization hazards. These are the factors in the design or management of work that increase the risk of work-related stress and can lead to psychological or physical harms. Let's see some example of the psychological hazard. They are workload demands, intensity and of the pace of the work, workplace violence, lack of respect, lack of or poor support from the supervisor management can also lead to psychological hazards. Social supports, difficult relationship may also lead to psychological hazard. Sexual harassment, bullying, they are also example of hazard. Now let's move to the final core types of the hazard, that is a safety hazard. A safety hazard means any item that may cause injury or constitute an immediate or imminent risk to life, health or property. Remember, these are the most common and will be present in the most workplaces at one time or another. Let's see some example of the safety hazards. The most frequent and obvious hazard is slip and trip hazard, such as blocked aisles or cords running across the floor, spills on the floor or wet floors. Work at height, this include ladders, scaffolds, roofs or any raised work area. Unguarded machineries and moving machineries part. Maybe guards or is removed of the moving part and worker can accidentally touch. Another one is the electrical hazards like frayed or damaged cords, missing ground pins, improper wiring, etc. Another one is confined space. Another example is machinery related hazard like lockout, tagout, boiler safety, forklift. There is a long list. So these are the examples, and you can relate with your workplace and you can find out when you do your hazard assessment. I believe now all of you understand the 6 core types of hazards in the workplace, their meanings with example. In the next part of this video, we will continue our journey of hazard identification and risk assessment and explore the next step of the roadmap. Till then, be safe, be happy. With this, I, Brijesh Kumar, signing off.